What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and this week I've got something damn special for you guys, and I've actually been super excited to make this video for a while. However, I did hold on this one just a little bit because I actually wanted to see what the general consensus was of people that actually bought them and used them, and what other people thought about them, and other, content creators and that sort of thing, the guys that did fiddle with these guns and the initial reviews and that sort of thing. I wanted to see how all of that came out first and just sort of build up my own idea of it as a player before I did a video on it, and well, I simply cannot wait anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and reveal it and do a video on none other than the G&G Lev Ar, which is of course pretty much the talk of the town at the moment as far as the airsoft world goes, or at least it used to be. The popularity has died down ever so slightly in the past couple of weeks, but it is still a super popular platform, and of course we are starting to see a whole lot of custom builds on these things where guys are making them shorter, custom colors, a whole bunch of things, and it just shows how versatile this platform actually is. So at some point recently, obviously the sort of lever action thing became a bit more popular. Guys started to really enjoy this whole idea and this sort of style, but there wasn't really all that many options for it. You had like very limited, the kind of Winchester types of rifles with obviously shell ejecting, which for in-game use of course has its own pros and cons, as one could understand. Various different reasons, but this thing right here has pretty much put that all to bed. So this is a green gas powered AR, but obviously lever action, so it does take AR-15 mags. That being said, that's the first thing I wanted to mention. It is supposed to take pretty much all M4 mags. However, here in the country locally, we have noticed that pretty much like your sort of Aries mags and your general sort of universal AR-15 mags, they do go in, but they don't clip in properly, so you don't actually end up with like a proper seating. It doesn't feed properly. It's not quite ideal. So at the moment, unfortunately, the only mags that are going to work in it is, of course, the standard short mag that you get with it, which is not really all that big, to be perfectly honest, but it is going to be fine. And then, of course, you do get a Lev Ar extended mag from G&G, which does work in here, but obviously you do need to stick with those same mags. Now, like I said, it is green gas powered, so you do have your fill canister or your sort of internal bolt canister with your fill valve there in the bottom of the grip. So obviously, yeah, there's no spring, there's none of that. The lever is nice and buttery, smooth as hell, and of course your safety lever, which is here on the side, where nothing's going to happen unless, of course, like so. And obviously, as you guys are hearing there, it is dead quiet. From what I've seen and what I've spoken to other customers that have actually bought these and used them in the game, they are pretty accurate. They do have some serious range, and they are a ton of fun to go ahead and use. So definitely go ahead and check these out. There are some epic little builds coming out of these. And of course, added realism, you do get the little shell and the bolt there. It serves absolutely no purpose, but other than to pretty much just look cool. So keep that in mind, but it is a nice little feature. It obviously also does have a 15-inch M-lock rail, so pretty much whatever attachments that you want to run on this, you can, with of course that whole length Picatinny on the top, and you do get these really cool little fiber optic sights, which of course flip up as well. So even if you want to run old school, you can. There's nothing holding you back. It is definitely something worth looking at. So yeah, definitely go ahead and check it out. So let's go ahead and put it through a chrono. Now bear in mind, at the moment here in sunny Cape Town, it is rainy and gloomy and all of the above. So chances are it's not going to be as accurate, or as, when I say accurate, I mean the sort of reading on here is not going to be as accurate as it should be in the ideal weather, but let's get an idea. So actually it's not too bad. It's 391 feet per second on a 0.2 gram BB, so that is still legal for pretty much any assault class, 390.9, so it is pretty consistent. 1.42 joules, so that is perfectly legal for pretty much every field that you're going to be playing at as an assault. So definitely worth looking at. And of course you can drop a decent optic on there and run it as a DMR. It is a ton of fun, and it is consistent, it is vicious, it's definitely something worth looking at, and it's also just pretty, put it that way. Sorry, that's a little bit difficult to take out with one hand, because obviously you do have your mag release on one side, and you do also have the ambidextrous mag release on the other side. And of course safety is only on the one side, but that's not too much of a deal. So yeah, with removable stocks you can make it smaller, but this thing is just epic. So there it is, the Lev Ar15 from G&G. Definitely go ahead and check this thing out. If you're looking to add one of these to your collection, I promise you, you will not be making a mistake. This thing is cool as. So anyway, that being said, nice little short and sweet video for you guys to go and check out. come on in store, come check them out, come talk to me about it, come talk to any one of us about it, and leave with your own Lever AR. So, that being said, I will see you guys in store. Stay tuned for the next videos. We'll see you guys next week. Stay classy, and above all, call those hits. We'll see you then.